What's up everyone, it's Tony here, and welcome back to the Yacht Addiction YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be touring Spirit. She's a 112-foot Westport, which was first delivered in 2010. The latest refit was in 2019. Inside, we have 4 different staterooms. It can house up to 4 crew. The interior design was done by Marty Lowe. And inside, it truly feels like a home away from home. You get very beachy or very coastal vibes. It's 112 feet in length. You have a beam of 23 feet and 4 inches and a draft of 5 feet and 8 inches. And this yacht is presented by Worth Avenue Yachts. It's also presented by the BR Marine Group. So thank you to both of them for granting me access on board. And as you can see on the back of the yacht, you have your fixed swim platform. This door in the transom will lead down to the crew area as well as the engine room. And there's a secondary way to get in, but I did want to point that out. And it's kind of hard to catch the angle, so maybe we'll go down there later. But you have the sweeping staircase on either side. So you get a very grand appearance from the back of this yacht. And then you can also see a little bit of its profile. Normally it is pretty hard at these boat shows to get a profile shot. So I'll throw a picture on the screen now of this yacht's profile. This is a classic Westport raised pilot house design. It's very common, very sought after, and they're very comfortable as well. And if you didn't know, Westport is a very famous American yacht builder. So I think it's time we head on board. All of the specifications will be listed down in the description. We're going to slip our shoes off, and some of the areas are a little wet, but we'll make sure our feet are dry before we go inside. Actually, let's head down to the swim platform like we were talking about. So you can see the door in the transom, and then also the staircase on either side. I think this is such a nice look from the back of the yacht with the staircase. Then you do have gates on each side, and obviously we used one. You have side boarding gates. So we have our alfresco dining area with the bench seating wrapping behind, as well as the bar area right over here. Thank you.
Yeah. I want to block over. Oh yeah, sure.
So through this powered glass door, so stepping into the main salon, guys, these Westports, they always just feel like home. In this case, a very luxurious coastal home. We have the huge L-shaped seating over here. And look at this lovely area. And you have more storage underneath. You also have a very large TV on the wall. You have plenty of space. I love they make really great use of the sideboards. So you have storage underneath. And that's because on this yacht, they actually forego the side decks. That's very common on these raised pilot house Westports. And what that means is inside, that's how you get so much volume in here. It's almost echoey. It's so big. It's actually pretty crazy. But they just have a smaller gaming table here. And then forward is your formal dining area. I absolutely love these Westports. You just get so much real estate, and they're also famous for their country kitchens, which we'll see in just a minute. Before we get up there, here is the dayhead. You have a side access door right here, and then as a raised pilot house design, the pilot house, it's raised up these steps right up here. This is a storage closet. And then the country kitchens, they're famous on these RPH yachts. It depends on the design, of course, but I'm a big fan of these. We have storage along the wall again. And then take a look at this kitchen. I know, it's the galley. I only called it the kitchen because they called this a country kitchen when it's set up in this configuration. We have the huge island. You have your full-size freezer and refrigerator. Then, of course, your appliances. We have Wolf appliances on board. Integrated dishwasher, trash compactor, your sink. And then this area is also a really flexible space. This area could be used for a breakfast spread for the guests. You could also use this as a little crew mess. You get a lot of functionality here, and also a ton of provision storage up in all of these storage areas. And you may have saw it, but there's also a TV up on the wall. Now, another fun feature on these RPH yachts, normally, and this one does have it, normally there's some type of bonus cabin down in this area. Some might consider it to be a VIP. Really depends on your preferences if someone wants their privacy away from the other cabins. The negative, of course, there's no natural light in here, there's no windows, but you get your own private space. You have a desk over here or a dressing table. You have a really nice ensuite. Then you also have a walk-in closet. And there's also a safe in there. So these yachts are great for charter. They're also just great for private use for a family. You have a dresser on this side as well. You can't really go wrong with whatever you want to do with one of these. And I think that's another reason they're so popular. It's because they are very flexible. You could do half charter program, half private use. So I would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know, would you charter this yacht? Would you use it privately? Would you do maybe a hybrid of the two? And now, to enter the guest cabins, on the port side is actually where the staircase is located. And another great feature on these Westports, they have this bonus room. So you have a refrigerator, you have a wine fridge, a washer dryer, extra storage, and then normally this is another large storage compartment. I've also seen versions with refrigerators. This one is kind of blocked. Looks like this one actually has the IT racks. So this is just a really functional, really versatile storage space. You have another side access door. And because we have 4 cabins in total, that means we have 3 more cabins down here. You have a really large landing area. And I think we'll save the owner suite for last. It is the largest room in the yacht, and it's also the full beam. We have 2 really large single beds, and the Pullmans are displayed. These are very sturdy. If you look, they don't shake whatsoever or rattle. So if you do have to sleep on there, you're going to feel very secure. And then here is the ensuite. Now our next cabin on the other side, it's mirrored to the last. And they also have the Pullman on display. So you can sleep 10 guests in total because you have 4 cabins. 2 of them, you can sleep 3 people. And all right, we've saved the best for last. Check out the owner suite on this yacht. I'm just gonna do a slow pan from one side to the other. You have your TV. Actually, let me back up a minute and show you from this angle. You have the sofa, the TV, king size bed, French doors, an entire wall of dressers, and then also a walk-in closet over here. This is always one of the coolest parts of these yachts. I love just how much space you get. And then this is definitely a tradition as well. These always have the walk-through shower. And what I mean by that is we have our vanity. The toilet is probably right up, it's right behind the door. And then we have a huge steam shower. Look at all those controls. And you can see the glass over here because we can walk right through. And you know what? Just for you, let's do it. You can step through to the other side where we have another vanity and a toilet. All right, we've seen all the guest cabins. I think it's time to head up to the Raised Pilot House and then up to the flybridge. And another thing I really like on these Westports, every single space is really built out and you have a lot of space in whatever designated area it is. Case in point, look at the size of this Raised Pilot House. Sometimes you literally have a wall right here, so it's a very congested area, but not on this one. Let me back up all the way to the steps, and you'll see we have a desk over here for the captain. Yeah, we're 2 steps up. We have the long curved seating area and the table, your large steering wheel, and all of the monitors and controls for the super yacht. We have more storage overhead. And then, of course, we can make our way to the flybridge from the pilot house. It's a very heavy duty door, but easy enough to open with one arm. And up here, we have 2 captain's chairs. There's a wing station over on this side. I'm gonna watch where I step because it is a little bit wet. And I have to apologize, it was raining extremely hard for literally 10-15 minutes. So everything got wet, and now what do you know? It's sunny and hot again. That's just Florida for you. But we have the second captain's chair, a redundant set of controls up here. And then over here, we have an alfresco dining area. And you have to ignore the cushions. These were out back on the flybridge, but to prevent them from getting wet, they moved them up here. There's another wing station. And you can also see the zipper and a track right here because you can enclose this area off with the canvas, or you have it completely open as it is today. Then over on this side, we have the bar area with your barbecue, and then refrigeration and ice makers below. And then out here on the flybridge, we have a hot tub underneath, and normally there are cushions you could put on top, and then you'll see the crane. And this is for your tender. As you can see, it's stored here. You can also store jet skis if you wanted to. We have stairs leading back down to the aft deck where we started. And there's another sun pad area minus the cushions right over here. And then of course overhead we have the mast.
Sorry, keep
No problem. Excuse me. All right, back into the Raised Pilot House. Now, our feet are going to get a little wet, but that's okay. Let's go out to the side deck and up to the foredeck. You have a sideboarding gate here. Then if we make our way up, you have a very tall railing, so you're very comfortable and secure walking up here. Once again, the cushions, I guess we have some of them up. There are additional cushions we could put right here. And that's definitely way too bright. Hold on. There we go. You have the winches for your anchors underneath, your bollards. And then this lovely, I'm trying to keep my back to the wind, but we have this lovely little section here. You could put a small circular table if you wanted to. And that is the extent of the foredeck area. we're gonna wipe our feet because they did get a little bit wet. That's why we have a mat right here, so no worries at all. Now we're gonna go down to the crew area. So let's go back through this powered door. And then the easiest way to the engine room is through this door. So it starts with the crew mess. And you'll see we have our washer and dryer. And then it's still finished really nicely down here. The door in the transom that we saw was right back here. So you have additional storage. And then all of the crew cabins are littered on either side. I know the crew is currently on board, so before we go in there and see if we can get in there, let me check out the engines first. If we open this door up, it is going to be loud in here, so let me show you the engine room, and then in classic Tony fashion, I'll tell you about it back when we come out here. It's actually not too bad. I feel like I say that every single time, or maybe I'm just yelling, I don't know. You'll see 2 Northern Lights generators, and we also have twin MTU engines. This yacht is equipped with a water maker. Actually, it's equipped with 2 water makers. These are MTU 16V 2000 M91 engines. Your top speed is 24 knots. Your cruising speed is 22. I almost forgot, 1,950 horsepower each. And at a lower economical cruising speed, we're estimating around 2,000 nautical miles of range. It's very well lit and very clean in here. I also really like the fuel indicators for some of your fluids or fuel. Let's close this door up behind us. Here we can see one of the crew cabins with the bunks and a really small shower, it looks like. And then the toilet is right over here. And I'm actually wondering, originally I was told 4 crew, but maybe you can actually house up to 6 because I believe these are both crew cabins as well. So we're gonna say 4 to 6 crew members on board. Maybe it's 5. Here's one last look at this beautiful main salon. Hopefully, we have some music playing, so hopefully we don't get a copyright strike. If you're hearing my voice now, it means we didn't and we're good to go. But if I'm doing a voiceover, then of course, that means we did. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to Worth Avenue Yachts, as well as the BR Marine Group for granting me access on board. These Westports are always a pleasure to film, always a pleasure to be on. It's truly your ultimate coastal or beachy home away from home. Comment down below, like the video, and subscribe if you enjoyed. We will catch you next time.